when it comes to where to sell, like what marketplace should I sell in? Should I sell in the US marketplace, in the European marketplace? This is a great question that I think at some point we've always asked this question. I feel like it's a very common question, and we just want to like dedicate a video about this, like to talk about this, to take our time to talk about this and go through this. In case you didn't know, there's some marketplaces that we can sell in. There's not only the US marketplace or the Europe marketplace. There's also other marketplaces that people may not know about, right? Well, Europe alone is, has multiple countries. So basically, you can sell in pretty much every country there, but there's also marketplaces in the UAE, which is the United Arab Emirates. So basically, that's what it's just not only in the US that we can sell in. It's usually the most common one, yes, but there's also some more marketplaces. The one that we're going to talk about today is, trying to compare the US marketplace with the European marketplace. Okay, so what we can do here is basically take these two and compare them. Like, take our time to see which one is less competitive, which one has like the bigger, which one has like a bigger market, and all the things of that nature. Like things we should consider when it comes to like which one should I sell in, right? Because I'm gonna invest my money in that marketplace, so I better know what I'm doing, if that makes sense. So first of all, the US marketplace will be on the left, and the Europe will be on the right. So right out of the bat, I feel like this makes a lot of sense because the US is just so big that it's competitive. Okay, it's very competitive sometimes. It's just you're gonna see a lot of people selling the same thing. You have to differentiate yourself. You have to like stand out and be creative to actually break through and actually rank up, right? Because there's a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of potential customers, but there's also people that are trying to get those customers, right? Just like you, right? So there's about like 4 or 5 million Amazon sellers in the US right now. And about like 1,000, 2,000 sellers joining every single day. So most people want to start selling in the US because they feel like it's a more reliable, marketplace, like place to sell. But there's also Europe, which is less competitive. Okay, I don't want to like spoil you guys, but like it's got a smaller market, but it's less competitive. Okay, so you have to like kind of like give something up this if you're like if you didn't notice that. Yes, this is going to be more competitive, but it's got a bigger market. Okay, there's like 300-400 million people living in the US right now, and while in Europe is less competitive, it's got a smaller market, so which makes perfect sense, right? I mean, one or the other. You cannot have both in one country, right? Because then otherwise it would be like too perfect, and everyone would be selling in that country, right? Then for tax purposes, like when it comes to like taxes and stuff like that, the US has a very simple tax system. Okay, so what I mean by that is that basically it's not as complex as Europe. I've heard that first of all, Europe is not only one country, right? There's like multiple countries. Like the main ones are Spain, France, Germany, Italy, and there's other smaller marketplaces like Sweden, Poland, the Netherlands. So, but I've heard that Spain, like selling on Amazon, like in Europe, in Spain specifically, is really bad. I mean, it's just not a good, if you're from there, if you feel like you can do it, go ahead. But like, I've never sold in Spain, but like, I've heard that it's really bad when it comes to like taxes, because they like take away because they take all your money basically, and that's it's pretty bad for your business, because it's money that you don't have anymore. And if I'm selling in the US, and if I have if I have a tax system that works in my favor, like that works for me, then it's gonna make more sense, right? Than if I'm just like out here trying to like figure out how I can how I don't let them take my money. That's basically what this is about. So there's a cultural part of it. So the US has a single language, which is easier for marketing. Okay, you don't have to like go crazy like translating from like one language to the other one. Since the US, you can just have your listing, have your system in English, and that's it. That's all you need, right? I mean, maybe Spanish, since it's like the second most popular language in the US, but like it's the same. I mean, everyone, I mean, not every Hispanic person, but like most Hispanic people in the US, of course they speak Spanish, but like they also speak English, since they are so used to being in the US and having to live and have a lifestyle in English. So that's basically what it means. Plus again, Europe is not one country, okay? It's multiple countries. We're talking about like 5-6 different countries. So that means 5-6 different languages, okay? Spain, Spanish, French, Germany, German, the Netherlands, Dutch, Italy, Italian. So they're not the same, okay? They're very different. So there's a cultural part of it, since there's a lot of cultural differences, right? The localization is key to success. You gotta like when you sell in Europe, the way it works is you gotta focus on one country first, okay? If you are from Spain and wanna start selling in Spain, that's fine. If you're from Germany and wanna start there, that's fine. But just focus on one country. Don't focus on like expanding from day one. That's not gonna work. That's only gonna work if you have like success in one country, and then you can expand. You're right. That's how it makes sense. So you do that by like just like I said, by focusing on one country and just go from there. Because again, for these purposes, in the US it would be easier to sell, since you don't have to deal with any of this. There's only one culture there, one language. And of course, there's there's also variations, and people from all around the world living in the U.S. But like most of them speak English and know pretty well how the American culture works, right? So, and when it comes to like cultural stuff, the U.S. is just better to if you're looking to like figure out where you should be selling, that's exactly where. And then we have like and then we have the mature market, but still growing in niches. So what this means is like while in the Europe there's a lot of untapped potential in emerging marketplaces like Poland and Sweden, just like the ones I told you guys before, that they also belong to the Europe marketplace, the European marketplace, but these are definitely smaller. Like Amazon is just starting out here in these marketplaces. They're not as big as like Germany, Spain, Italy. Amazon has been in those countries for like a while now, and you can see them, and it's pretty obvious because like these countries, these marketplaces are very virgin, if that makes sense. Like there's not many people there. The reason why is because there's not too many customers there. So that's why. Plus in the US there's a very there's a pretty obvious market there, but they're also, the US is where everything happens, right? If that makes sense. They're always growing niches, and the way that works is because the whoever sells on Amazon is an entrepreneur, right? So in the US, in the entrepreneurship culture is like very well known, and people are more likely to risk it and just start selling on Amazon. People are everyday people just like you, just like me, are just trying to make it, and that's just part of it. And unfortunately, in places like in Europe or Latin America, that's not very common. That's not as common as it is in the US, but that's just how it will work. So, and last but not least, plus you can expand to Canada and Mexico very easily. Once you have like a winning product in the US, you can expand to Canada and Mexico. And then to in the Europe part, you can expand to, so if you're selling in Spain, if you are from there, you can expand to these countries, or if you start here, you can expand to Spain, France, Italy through the pan-European plan from Amazon. So basically, what this means is that you can easily like just we've talked about this before in the channel, but like the way it works is that you only send your units to here, right? If this is like your main marketplace, if this is where you've been selling for quite a while now, you send your units there, and then Amazon itself, you don't have to do anything else. Amazon sends, you know, X units to France, to Italy, to Spain through this program. All you have to do is like, you know, sign up, and that's pretty much it. In conclusion, guys, honestly, what most people do, and this may sound like easier than you think. If you're from, you know, this part of the world, the US or Mexico or Canada or Latin America, you're better off just, you know, starting to sell in the US marketplace. And if you are from Europe, from, you know, Asia, or, you know, that part of the world, you can just start selling in Europe. You know, that's how most people do it. I mean, yeah, if you're from the US and want to start selling in Europe, you can do that too. But and it works the other way. If you're from Europe and you just want to start selling in the US, that's fine too. You really don't have to, like, you know, overthink this. This is what I did. This is what most people do, and there's nothing wrong with that. We just want to like dedicate this video to talk about you know, the pros and cons of both marketplaces. We thought it was gonna be like a great video to, like, you know, have for you guys, and like I hope it was useful for you guys. So this is Oscar from MC WhatsApp. We help brands start and grow their brand, listing images, conversion rate, and much more. So if you need help with any of that, feel free to visit our website and schedule a call with us. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and please take care. Bye.